Going to the library. Canadian Scout, how dare you go into the library? That's it. Open. Oddawaj hajs, czulu.
For Don, but John gave us rehab instead. Yep, 6 months and 2 days on the wagon.
Telepresence system, part of the product offering that we have.
Yeah.
So we have an absolutely mixed environment here, which is PC, Mac, mobile devices. As I mentioned, this technology is running as well on Android as well, obviously. And we also have Linux clients for people that kind of, you know, they want to go into the desktop, but in a more avant-garde way.
Yeah. Can you bring up my camera? Is that something that you can show off? Just because I have $100 Lenovo, or I'm sorry, a Logitech.
Well, actually, I think we set up right now with a built-in camera
of
the iMac.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, that's the camera from the iMac. So you could see me now on the camera on the iMac.
Yeah, there we are. And so you can see the kind of quality just off of a standard iMac camera, and the Logitech is even better, right?
Yes. Yes. But the iMac camera is pretty nice.
So, and how does this technology work? So we're all connected through a video server somewhere in a data farm?
Right. So the video server is called the video router.
Okay.
And the video router is really the magic that's behind the scenes. So in order to make something like that happen, obviously you see different devices that are connected to different networks, Wi-Fi, different types of processor, you know, a single core ARM, a dual core ARM, and in the iMac case, it's a quad-core i7. The difference in processing power between those endpoints is probably a 1 to 10 or even more. And there's different bandwidths. The iMac is connected to a wired network. The iPad is connected to a wireless network. We could do, you know, the same thing over a 4G network. So in order to adapt the video into the appropriate format in all the different platforms and to the different bandwidth, the video router has to scale, or we call it the technical term is transrate the information to actually make it compatible with what you can and willing to present, because we also see here that we have different form factors that are in display. In one computer we see, you know, 4-way, in the other computer we see just zoom in on one of the participants, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So the key of doing this transrating is the ability to do it without additional latency and without expensive hardware. And this is exactly where the traditional technology have failed over the years. Traditional technology has used DSP technology to do very heavy lifting, decompression and recompression in order to make that adaptation, which is a lot of equipment and a lot of latency, which makes the experience non-interactive. It's like talking over a satellite line.
Yeah.
So for us, latency is key. So the ability to do low latency in scale, because you need way less hardware on the back-end side of the solution, and at the same time actually being able to run over the internet. So we didn't, you know, this is telepresence quality, and we didn't tell you, hey, you need a DS3 with an MPLS link that costs $10,000 a month, you know, to run this. You know, how much are you paying for if you can share, how much are you paying for your Comcast connection?
I don't know, $80.
But not $10,000 a month.
The problem is I buy TV and internet, so $120 for both together.
Yeah. So the point is, it gets your operating expenses way lower, and it provides for very, very high quality. Yeah. If you take the image that the iMac outputs here and you put it on a large display, it is actually...
In fact, we're going to try that when I get this thing mounted finally up on the wall, right?
So once you connect it to a large display, you actually get better resolution than most telepresence systems. Yeah. And this is on standard equipment that costs very, very little. We also sell for the boardrooms and the conference room solutions that takes it even to a higher level. We announced a product called the Video Panorama, which is a multi-screen telepresence. And when we say multi-screen, we don't talk 3, we talk, you know, 9 in the first release and 20 in subsequent release. Each screen going up to not 1080p 30 like our competitors, but to actually 1080p 60. So it's very hard to describe something but suffice us to say, this is like the difference between seeing an experience like this one, which is already great, to a multi-screen 1080p 60, is like the difference between watching a movie on a high resolution screen at home and a movie theater.
Yeah.
And this takes the and this taking the immersion level to a whole new level. So we go higher in quality. In fact, it's not just higher in quality, it's lower in price. Our 9-screen system costs less than a single screen system from some of our competitors.
Yeah, and we've had some of those on the show before.
Yeah.
I was at the Cisco launch where they brought out the $300,000 room, right?
Yep.
And this stuff is dramatically less than that now.
Right. So the amazing thing about this is you can...
I have nothing against China. I just hate that their leaders are so much smarter than our leaders. 2016, we will not be the world leader anymore. We have been always. But in 2016, China becomes the great economic leader.
Even if Mitt Romney is elected, he says that
maybe you can turn it around.
Well, do you think he could turn it around?
I think we can.
Do you think Mitt Romney can turn it around?
I think he can.
As a line of clothing. Now, where were these made?
These were made, I don't know where they were made, but they were made someplace. But they're great. It's ties, shirts, cufflinks, everything sold at Macy's, and they're doing great. #1 selling tie anywhere in the world.
#1 selling tie anywhere in the world. You wouldn't wear that shirt?
We also have them in white and beautiful white.
Where are the shirts made? Bangladesh.
Well, it's good.
Okay.
We employ people in Bangladesh.
Ties? Where are the ties
made?
Have to work These are beautiful ties.
They are great ties.
The ties are made in where? China? Ties are made in China.
I'll tell you, and you know what, David, in all fairness, I've been very open about that, and not all of them, by the way, but I've been very open about that. Are you okay? Is the
no,
chair
I'm
was
fine.
Made in China.
Yeah, I know.
The chair was made in China.
The chair was made in China.
You buy that at Macy's, by the way.
Let's just shut down the Donald Trump factory in Beijing.
I would love to.
And we'll put up a tie factory in Jamaica, Queens.
I love it.
And we'll make the Donald Trump ties.
I'm for it.
Ooh. But what about bad sportsmanship?
Oh, no. That is a road you don't ever want to go down. Things like cheating. Disrespecting the game. Yahoo! And showboating. Terrible, right? Wait, no! You're not supposed to like that! That's bad sportsmanship! You want good sportsmanship! You don't want to be like this guy. Because this is what happens. See? No one respects a cheating, rotten, swindling, bad sportsman. But show just a little good sportsmanship.
Look, I'll bust you right in the half. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Ah! Howdy, lady.
My hero.
It's her. Help you, ma'am? What a gal. The usual.
Oh,
Monday. Right over here, folks. A good time for a dime. A good time for a dime, folks. A good time for a dime.
Very nice. Very nice. Scenic view of Niagara. Cat stuff. A guy with a busy bee. Who got of the earth. Also it. Dance of the seven veils. Over the dance of the seven veils. Royal boy.
You need money for the meter, money for the toll. Don't turn on the heater, daddy's on the dole. They tell me that the devil pays good money for your soul. We don't got no dough. Tell me there's $1 in the pocket of your jeans. Need money for the baby, the bacon and the beans. I'd buy you a dozen roses, but I just don't have the means. Don't got no dough. Sorry, Mr. Landlord, I cannot pay the rent. Run down to the bank and ask them where my money went. Then come back and tell me just who overspent. Mister, let me tell you, I blame the government.